I'm NDIRANGU, and I head financial risk at Britam Group. It was back in 2011, 2012, when I was working at Britam Group. I learned about it. That was the first time they were running the program, and I came across it and tried the first time to apply for it. It wasn't successful the first year, but then I went ahead and applied the subsequent year, which was 2013, and actually was very successful. Thanks to IRA, thanks to God, I really got the opportunity to go and study through the scholarship program. It was quite exciting. It was a new venture. It was something quite good. One, for being able to move outside the country for the first time, go and study outside there, in the middle of UK, that's London, in one of the best institutions, that's Cast Business School, London. And also, it actually gave me a lot of experience in terms of being able to meet other people outside there, being able to be exposed to other angles of life, including my studies, which was the key thing, and especially to also make sure that I actually succeed in my profession, which is actuarial. It was very good, and no working, side hustles, and it was a full scholarship where they paid for everything, tuition, even living well. In London, we didn't have to hustle or engage in other things, and actually being able to focus on studies entirely throughout the year. So it was quite good, since it was a full scholarship. I know you must be aware the kind of exams, the rigor that is involved in those exams, 15 exams. And when I got the scholarship, I was halfway, of course, with a number of challenges. And what it gave me, it was an opportunity to actually focus well within the year, try and fast track my qualification. And actually, here I am. Last year I qualified. I would only say thank you again to IRA, and thanks for the scholarship. So it helped me to actually fast track my qualification, and I'm one of the top actuaries in the country right now. Yes. I think the most important thing again is to congratulate IRA for the 10th anniversary celebration, and I hope I'll be there to join them in celebrating the 10th year. They have done a good job in the industry, and not only to the industry, also to me. Thank you again.
My name is GLORIA KARISA. I'm the current head of product development at the UAPO Mutual Group. I learned about the Actuarial Science Scholarship through the newspaper. I think that day I just got to work, I was going through the newspapers, then I saw it. I really didn't think much about it until someone called me and asked me would I be interested in applying for the scholarship. Then I thought about it. I just went back to the newspaper, looked at it again, and I thought, why not? I had nothing to lose, and this was an opportunity to further my education. Yeah. So for me to qualify for the Actuarial Science Scholarship, I needed, first of all, the way the actuarial profession is structured, you need to do 15 professional exams for you to qualify as an actuary. So for me now to get into the scholarship program, I needed to have passed at least 5 of those exams, which I already did. And the scholarship was going to grant me a much faster route towards qualification, because with the master's program, it was actually a crash program for 1 year. So with that, it gave you an opportunity to at least get, I think, 6 or 7 more papers. So for me, with the 5 that I already had, I managed to get 6 from there, then to make it 11. So now that made it easier for me to qualify, instead of just sitting for the papers one by one, self-study at the same time I'm working. I think that would have taken me much longer. Yeah. I think for me the scholarship was a lifeline. It came at a point where I wasn't sure whether I wanted to continue pursuing the profession, because you're working, you're studying at the same time. And I don't think I've ever met anyone who has 100% pass rate, the exam. So you're failing, so you're wondering, do I really want to do this? So getting that opportunity was quite, it was good for me. And having come back to Kenya and also working with the regulator, I think for me it gave me an opportunity to stand out among my peers. And yes, it made me more marketable, because the profession at the moment, it's one of the, how do I put it? It's somehow misunderstood. But now with IRA trying to build capacity, I think everyone started asking questions like, what do actuaries do? Why do we really need them? And also making it compulsory for each insurance company to have an actuarial function. So I think the job opportunities were there. So it was just a matter of who's the highest bidder. I'm glad that I was one of the pioneer students for the scholarship program. And I'm really, really thankful. I think I've said it in the dailies, I've written so many testimonials. But for me, I think without IRA, without the scholarship, I don't think maybe I'd have been where I am at the moment. I don't know. Maybe I think they shortened the route for me to meet my career goals. And I think they need to keep on doing what they're doing. Just try and build capacity in the profession, support the upcoming professionals, and happy anniversary.
My name is CHEGE. I work here at the Retirement Benefits Authority as a senior actuarial officer. I pretty much provide actuarial expertise to the authority in all pension issues. I look at anything that requires actuarial input, then that's what I would review, and that's what I would work on. Basically, that's what my job entails. Yes. I have a background of actuarial. I undertook a bachelor's degree in actuarial science at the University of Nairobi, and I had started the process of qualifying as an actuary. I had undertaken the actuarial professional papers. I had done 9 of them by the time I was joining RBA. So when IRA advertised for the scholarships, I thought it was a good opportunity for me to accelerate the process of qualification as an actuary. So for me, it was a process of accelerating my qualification. So once I saw the advertisement, I thought this is a good opportunity because I'll be able to get exemptions, and these exemptions will enable me qualify faster as an actuary. And I applied. So once I applied, I got called for the interview, and I was part of the people who qualified to be offered the scholarship. I started in 2012, so my program ran from September 2012 to September 2013, and I can honestly say it was a life-changing experience. There's the studying bit of it, but there's also the life experience bit of it, because you've gone to a new country, you've gone to a new culture. So first there's the adaptation, and there's the experience of a new way of doing things. So you do get to travel a bit. So you do get to travel within the UK, and also I got a chance to travel to other countries in Europe. So as an aside to the studying, it was totally life-changing. You get to experience cultures, you get to create connections and relationships with other people from all over the world, actually, because this class had people from all nationalities. So you create relationships with people from different nationalities. You get to travel quite a bit. It was a full scholarship, so that made you concentrate on your studies. That's the good thing about the scholarship that IRA was offering. So they've paid the full tuition fees for you. They give you a stipend which is supposed to see you through your day-to-day expenses. And really, now with paid tuition fees, with a stipend to see you through, you do enjoy. It was an enjoyable experience for me. So I was able to travel a bit. I was also able to successfully complete my studies. So I got the exemptions, which were very key to my journey as qualification as an actuary, which I have now done. I'm now a fully qualified actuary. So it was a life-changing experience. I hope it will continue changing my life. I hope the money will continue increasing. But it's been a good opportunity, because now once I came back, once I finished my studies and came back, IRA were graceful enough to let me continue my work at RBA, because before I went I was still an employee of RBA. So they got into an agreement with RBA where RBA would still keep me as an employee, because RBA did not have a lot of actuarial expertise. So I continued to work as at RBA, and now because of my enhanced skills and my enhanced education, then I was able to move up the ranks at RBA. So it's opened up my career progression at RBA, so that has been a positive impact. And you see, with career progression also comes financial progress. But I hope the financial and career progress journey will continue being good. Whatever they've done, the scholarship program is very important to the country. It's created a pool of qualified actuaries. So now we do have this pool of qualified people and qualified professionals who will be able to offer their services in the insurance sector and also in the pension sector where I work. And in addition to those two sectors, actuaries can work in any sector of the financial services industry. So they can work in banking, they can work in risk management firms. So they've created this pool, and this pool is not only confined to insurance, it's now open to the whole financial services industry sector, which is very good because you see, it's good for the economy because you have these people who are working for the well-being of the financial services industry, which can only mean that now you have growth and you have less risk in this financial services industry. So IRA, what they've done was visionary to start with. The board and management of IRA were quite visionary to start this project because they are not training these people to come work for IRA. They are not training IRA staff only. They are training people in the industry. So it's been, my hope is that the program continues because it's the only way that we can continue enhancing the skills and developing the capacity in the industry. So my hope is that the program will continue because, like I said, it was life-changing for me. And I can bet that it's life-changing for anyone who has gone through the program. So my only hope and prayer is that the program will continue. Yeah.
ELIUS Omondi, and I'm an actuarial officer at the IRA. What I do on a daily basis is assisting development of risk profiling models and also maintaining the electronic regulatory system. This system basically enables the insurance companies to submit the information, and within the system we are able to analyze the data, generate risk profile for each and every insurance company, and in that retrospect it enables us to achieve the risk-based supervision regime. The actual scholarship with the IRA started in 2010, and I came to know about it when I joined the IRA. And in essence, the IRA wanted to enable development capacity within this particular organization. So it was great to also ensure that within the organization we have people who have skills and qualities to ensure that the system of risk-based regime is there too. Therefore, they decided that I should be able to go for this particular scholarship abroad, which happened in the United Kingdom, whereby I joined that program in 2014, and I managed to get through it by 2015. So it was a one-year program whereby I did my actuarial management, my MSc in actuarial management, and that particular program enabled me to gain a lot of skills. And one of the most important skills that I managed to achieve is in terms of international network, and also to know how various regulatory regimes across the world operate. So it enabled this institution, the IRA, to achieve in terms of benchmarking with the international organizations that also are currently operating with the new risk-based supervision regime. Yeah, it was a full scholarship whereby the IRA provided us with tuition fees and also accommodation fees. Over and above that, daily subsistence in terms of what we used to eat was fully provided by the IRA. So it was a program whereby we were not basically meeting any expense at all. In terms of the experience, great experience, and one key experience that or basically personally I managed to achieve was to interact with various students from all over the world. And this basically bridges the gap whereby you have an international perspective on key issues and also how different cultures look at things. So it really enabled us to, or basically enabled me to get that particular international feel of how different people operate, how different systems are run, how even different perspectives can be achieved in life. So I would say that was one of the greatest experiences that I achieved. It has had a very big impact, the actual scholarship. And one of the key issues, or one of the milestones that we've managed to achieve through this particular scholarship is bridging the gap, whereby we are currently looking at risk within the organizations. And actuarial science basically is a science of how do you manage some risks. And in that retrospect, then we also need that capacity built within IRA, because we are the people who are going to generate the regulations and also the rules that companies are required to adhere to. And these particular rules are basically embodied through the risk-based supervision. Therefore, it's quite important for us, even within the IRA, to have these particular skills. So with me being one of the students who got this particular scholarship, we've managed to create that particular capacity within IRA. Therefore, we have people who can assist in terms of generating these new rules that are really focused on risk-based kind of regime. And also we have those skills that will enable us to quantify the risk that the insurance companies have. So that's one key issue, item that we wanted to really achieve through the scholarship. What I hope to achieve is in terms of having an enabling environment whereby each and every company is able to have the skill set. Each and every institution can be able to quantify and measure and assess the risks, because one key issue that we have experienced with the insurance products is that it's all about risk. And it's very important for institutions to understand their perspective of risk, to generate products that will take care of the policyholders. Therefore, this particular program is the future of the insurance industry, is the future of enabling us as an institution to achieve our mandate in terms of becoming fully compliant with the international benchmark of risk-based supervision. Therefore, we are pushing forward to ensure that most people basically generate out of benefit out of this particular program, because currently we are just a few actuaries. We want to see more actuaries coming through, and we want to see each and every company having that particular knowledge, or basically having that particular science within their institutions. So this is a program for the future, and for us to achieve the future, we must train more actuaries, we must have more people qualifying towards this achievement of our main goal of risk-based regime.